and It Takes Two. The leading ladies of Resident Evil.
Good morning, America.
Live in Times Square.
We're back now with Milla and Ali Lauder. They star in Resident Evil. It is the most successful video game and movie franchise of all time. Great work there, ladies. Yes. And their new movie, Resident Evil, the final chapter, it opens tomorrow. Let's take a look.
That was such a fun scene to film. Oh my God, that was kind of like our first real
Nobody was dead yet.
But this movie for you, Milla, it's like a family affair. Your husband, Paul, he's writing, directing, your 9-year-old daughter, Ever, her acting debut. So how was it with the family?
She was actually 7.5 when we filmed it, and I mean, she's so fabulous. She's been asking to be an actress since she was 5, which of course terrified me. You know, so I said, okay, you got to go to acting classes, but it's on the weekend, so you might not want to give your Saturdays up. But she did, and
she's incredible.
She's been in acting class every week since then, and she loves it.
Is she easy to direct?
You know what? She's amazing. She's so professional on set, but she's a set baby. There's like army brats and movie brats. You know, so she's definitely a movie brat in that sense. She feels very comfortable, and I couldn't believe I didn't have to go into mom mode at all. Yeah. I mean, you were there. You saw. She was incredible.
And you have 2 kids of your own.
I do. You know, it was really funny because, you know, we're, in this action movie doing so many stunts covered in blood, dirt, grime, and they yell cut, and we're like, where are babies?
Yes, I'm like,
off we run.
I need to go nurse.
Yeah.
Milk is coming in.
It's like very modern women, okay?
But this has been your baby for 15 years.
Yes.
So, and it's the final chapter. That's in the title. Is it the final chapter?
Unfortunately, it is. You know, but you know what? We're going out with bang.
And you play Claire. You play opposite of Milla's character. And how is it to be in which is very rare, a female-driven franchise like this?
It's something that's incredible. You know, I've traveled around the world with this movie, and to be able to be in something that is female-led, where you would typically see men in these roles, and then after 3 movies together, you don't see us pit against each other. It's about women building each other up, and you don't fall into those cliche traps. And you know, there's something that when we meet these girls that have seen this movie, they feel empowered and inspired and energized. And
I can't tell you how many women from around the world, especially from countries that don't really want women to get educations, that, you know, just are very conservative in that way, and they've seen the movie and they come up with tears going after I saw Resident Evil. It really inspired me to go after my dream and go for my goals. Yeah. And it's unbelievable.
It's incredible. I mean, it's that and blood and guts and zombies and all that.
No, but you know what? I remember when I was like way too young to watch it, but I was like 12 and I saw Aliens on TV, and I saw Sigourney Weaver
that didn't scare you?
Doing that. And you know what? But it was so, it blew my mind that a woman could do something like that. And it inspired me. It changed my life. So it's now we're like the Sigourney Weaver.
But when you talk about meeting your fans, you both have been to Comic-Con, so what is that experience like?
Well, it's incredible. So with Claire Redfield, she's like the human component in Resident Evil. So she doesn't have any special powers. She has to rely on like skills and, you know, what she actually has, and so her instincts. And so it's fun to be able to play that, and I think people really relate to her in that way. They like to think that if they were Claire, how they would act in that kind of post-apocalyptic world.
Do you get people coming up and saying, imagine if Claire, and you're acting Comic-Con, I heard, is an insane time.
It's crazy. We love the fans. Like, this is a fan movie.
It's just another like reason for people to dress up outside of Halloween. It's so good. You see Ewoks, and, you know, you see multiple Princess Leias everywhere. Little baby Darth Vaders. It's very cute.
But you know, I love this film because it is very empowering. And I think it's for a female-driven franchise, the most successful, you know, video game and movie franchise ever. I mean, that's something to be proud of. And you should both be proud of this movie. And make sure you go check it out. It is Resident Evil, the final chapter. It hits theaters tomorrow. Go see it, everybody. We'll be right back.
Our next guest has made a name for herself in the extremely popular Resident Evil action.
I mean, look who's talking. I understand you've been traveling around the world.
It's been crazy. We did quite an intense tour. It was started in Mexico City, then Korea.
Wow.
Then from there to Taipei, then Beijing, and then Germany.
No
so
kidding.
it was kind of crazy, but Korea was amazing, and our co-star is this big Korean like actor and pop star. He's ex-military, like quadruple black belt, and we go to this really nice restaurant, and he brings pig's feet.
He brings them
To the restaurant.
He
Like,
brings
who brings their own food,
brings food
to a restaurant?
Right.
But on top of it, it's full-on pig's feet. So I was like, well, okay, I have to be polite, right? I have to try them.
Yeah.
So, you know, I take a nibble from the inside, and he's like, no, 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 you have to taste the skin.
Oh.
But, you know...
I don't know if I can do it, I don't know.
But, you know, here we like crispy skin, you know,
Yeah,
like
crispy
crispy
skin.
pig
So
skin.
these aren't
Come on.
fried.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. It's kind of like boiled and gelatinous. And I mean, it was kind of like chewing gum. Like if you had like pig's feet chewing gum. That was kind of the thing. So, anyway, but I did it. I ate it.
Right.
I did it.
Right. That's when you whip out the old, I'm vegan.
Exactly. Exactly. Apart from the fact that I just finished like a whole load of steak.
I just decided I'm vegan.
I just decided I'm vegan, actually.
So you've had an incredible career as an actor.
Oh, thank you.
But growing up in the Ukraine, what was it that made you want to pursue acting?
You know, my parents and I pretty much defected. We escaped Russia in the early 80s. And when we got to America, I mean, we started from zero, really. So, and my mom was a movie star in the 70s in Russia, so she taught me what she knew and pretty much was like, you're going to be an actress. I'm going to teach you what I know.
Let me ask you a question. What is that like? Was that a scary time for you, being like a little girl and coming to a foreign country and escaping your homeland? What was that like?
You know, I guess I didn't process it the way that my parents did,
Right.
but, you know, my mom was 28 years old, and so it was definitely a big change because my parents came over and they were housekeepers and, you know, it was definitely a very big difference from being a movie star to being a housekeeper.
Right,
So,
yeah.
you know, it was quite crazy for them, I think, more than for me.
So were there any actresses or actors that inspired you when you were starting out?
You know, it's crazy because I remember, and just talking about like women, powerful women in cinema and why I've always kind of gone for roles like that. When I saw Sigourney Weaver in Aliens for the first time, you know? And it blew my mind. It really did. I never thought that women could do something like that. It changed my whole view of being a woman.
Yeah.
And it's funny because after these Resident Evil films for the last 15 years that we've been doing, I get a lot of women coming up to me from all around the world, and you know, they talk about the fact that I come from a country where I wasn't allowed to get an education, or my family wouldn't let me be an artist or do what I wanted.
Yeah.
And after seeing Resident Evil, it really motivated me to, you know, do my thing. So, you know, I got my little Sigourney Weaver moment, you know? It's amazing. It's been wonderful.
Listen, we have to take a commercial break. We're going to find out what you keep in your closet when we return. More with Milla
What's in the closet? That's amazing.
That's a scene from Resident Evil, the final
Like, literally, after that scene, like, my milk came in. I had to run to my trailer and feed the baby.
like hanging upside down that made it happen faster. Like, I totally...
Like, did you guys like the scene? They were like, yeah.
That looked amazing. We're going to have to do it 9 more times.
We actually did.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Doing an action sequence upside down was like a whole new experience, too. I mean, it looks amazing, but, you know, you can only do a certain amount of stuff upside down before the blood completely makes your face turn red and you get this headache. So I'm, like, hanging there, and the stunt guy keeps, like, kind of lifting me up, but with all the gear, I'm
in between
heavy.
takes, yeah.
just to, like, get the blood down, but...
Yeah.
So you've done 6 of these Resident Evil films.
This is the 6th,
Yeah, so tell us, which is incredible.
You know what I love about this? Ali Larder was here yesterday, and
she's the best.
She was talking about you two, and you're both so strong and powerful, and you're great actresses, and you're gorgeous. But at in between takes, and at the end of the day, you're just moms. Regular moms,
yeah,
playing with the kids.
Well, because her daughter was 6 months old. My daughter was 4 months old at the time. And so I laid out this little blanket underneath this bridge with all of these dead bodies hanging on it. And we would both be with our babies, and they'd be crawling around, and then the zombies would walk by and be like, oh, hi, they're so cute. It was completely surreal.
I love it.
It's going to be interesting when they're older. They will literally have a fear of nothing.
That's right. That's right. So before the break, we talked about what.
Oh, what do I have in my closet?
Yes.
This is so embarrassing. Yeah, you don't want to go in my closet if you don't know me, just to like look for something, because I have full artillery. Swords, plastic. I mean, everything's plastic, obviously.
Right.
I mean, but, you know, I've done a lot of action films, and I collect memorabilia from it. So, like, plastic machine guns.
So cool.
And I have one thing that's real. It's an amazing katana sword. But, but you know, my husband freaks out because I sleep with Kali sticks next to my bed. And if you've never heard of a Kali stick, it's a Thai... fighting sticks.
Right. Do you know how to use them?
I do know how to use them, but I'm always ready for an emergency situation. Maybe it's 15 years of doing these movies. Always prepared.
Don't break into Milla's house. Resident Evil, the final chapter, opens tomorrow. Go see it. Congratulations on the movie.
Really over, bitch, everybody. We'll be right back.
If you'd like to know more about anything you see on Live, log on to our website, livekelly.com.